Hello, everybody. I hope y'all doing wonderful. I'm doing great myself. I cannot complain today. I got everything done that I needed to get done. Yeah, I don't know what is more satisfying. 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 That's the word I'm trying to say is satisfaction. I don't know which one it is right now, but I'm so excited about going home and going to bed tonight. Because one, y'all, I cleaned my bathroom. Love it. Love the first shower of a clean bathroom. I don't know why. Um, like the rugs are down. I just enjoy it. Like that's like my favorite halftime. Like yes, I get extra time to myself. And or or a new fresh set, a new clean sheet or blanket. I don't have blankets, but I have quilts. So it's like fresh and it's clean. And I try to change my sheets like every week. Sometimes it might be you might get a week and a half, but I try to typically change them because when I find out that I get sick less or my kids get sick less, that's a plus plus. I love that. Okay, and thanks to COVID, y'all, I'm not gonna lie to you. Thanks to COVID, um just like my personal, not like taking a bath or just cleaning up and stuff, just my awareness of my germ level. Thanks to COVID, I did not really have that concern back in the day. um for example, not just like washing your hands while you eat or something, just like putting my putting like my purse bag on my couch. um I'm more aware of like the germ level. So yeah, so I'm not a germaphobe because I think people that say they got OCD, they're really nasty. And trust me, I'm gonna tell y'all a story. Somebody came to my house and I think I just had my son. Or what happened? They came to my house and they have OCD. And they had a rag and they went to the bathroom, wiped something down in the bathroom, and then wiped something down in the kitchen. Y'all don't understand. Inside of me was like, but they was doing me a nice favor at the time. I think I was sick, or I had just had my last son. And when I seen that, I was like, so I was like, my body was like panic mode. So it is what it is. So y'all, I'm going to get into the thumbnail because I really don't have anything to talk about personally on my personal side. Really don't have anything. I'm trying to see if anything great happened. Nothing great happened to me today or yesterday. So it is what it is. So I want to get into this thumbnail and let's go into it. All right. So yesterday, y'all know I was talking a little bit about um why Jazz is MIA and Jazz, and I said this, I'll be MIA if the man that I've been, claiming for 16 years is dating, was openly dating a 15-year-old at the time that me and him was having babies, we was living together. I would be like, oh no, I'm not showing my face. Hey, Toy, but today we're going to talk about mom dukes, okay? The there's a reason why I feel that mom dukes need to be in this situation. And we'll get to the reason why I say mom dukes need to be in this situation. Okay. So, Mom Dukes, I want to ask you a question, darling. How do you feel that Philip was dating a 15-year-old girl when she was laying up with your daughter? When you was probably buying food stamps to help the household that you and Jazz had at the same time, that you was, you know, playing Pokemon with a 15-year-old girl at the time. How do you feel about that? Or did you know about it? That is the kicker. I want to know, did Mom Dukes know about Hannah around this time frame? Only reason why I say that is because Mom Dukes and Jazz seem very close, tight knit. Like, hi, how you doing? It's close, tight knit. It is scary because Mom Dukes seemed like the type that Jazz had to run to quite a lot. And you don't think that she didn't tell you that he had a little high school girlfriend? Not once. Now, I want to know, how do you feel that Philip is around your grandkids? Now, I know this is far fetched, but your grandgirls most likely will have other friends of getting older when they get older. Do you fear the girlfriends, your granddaughter's friends that's about 15, 16? Do you have any fear for those girls around Philip? That's just me. I'm asking because it's kind of strange how how you're involved with this right now. Do you side eye? If you didn't know, want to know, do you side eye Jazz? Hi. Do you side eye Jazz that she knew that, because Jazz says she knew about her. When Asia said she's been around, Jazz said, I knew about her. Do you side eye Jazz now that he was dealing with a 15-year-old and Jazz knew about it? Now let's go back to memory lane. Memory lane is my favorite part of this story. Y'all remember when Mom Dukes was sitting there fighting for Chris' honor? Y'all remember that? I remember it, where she said she was drinking Baja Blast, and then she had dropped a bombshell that said something about a crime against a kid. Y'all remember that? I remember it. I don't know if y'all remember, but I remember it. I remember it so much that she had come back and said, "Y'all, I'm so sorry." Mom Dukes, why you didn't report Philip to the authorities if you knew that he was dealing with a 15-year-old? You, Jazz, are the true predators in this case. Sad. I think everybody should get canceled at this time. That is not cute. It's not cute. And all I can think about, I'll sit here and say, "Dude, why are you so passionate about this situation?" And I'm gonna tell you the reason why I'm so passionate. There's somebody right now that thought it was cute dealing with a military man where she got pregnant. She died because he didn't want to lose nothing that he had. He didn't care about, she didn't understand the concept. She didn't have a clear mind. She's 15. These stories, like what I just described, happens every day. It hits home to me that I read stories of little girls that get, they walk up the street with a little bounce of curls, and a grown man is taking notice of her. I get very passionate, and yes, we need to stop. See, a lot of us don't want to stop because we still like to do TikTok dances to "Let me see your leg shake." And if you don't understand that, that's an R. Kelly song. Had everybody dissing this man, now everybody's doing the leg shake. I'm not going to sit here and let this lady, I'm not going to let her down what she just did to the other young lady, trying to win up, knowing that this man that your daughter kept having babies with was messing around with a 15-year-old child. That's not cute. And it's never will ever be cute. You got parents right here trying to push what they called, what is that? It's like a child can have consent. People are pushing that. Why? I want to know why. Why you just can't wait till the baby gets, and it's sick for how I'm saying it. You can't just wait till the child gets 21. Do you need her at, do you need a child from, and when I say 21 is most kids, they can't, they still live under their parents' roof past 23. That's the reason why I said 21. You can't wait until the child gets of age of 21. And it makes me angry that this is 10 years ago. This is 10 years ago. But I always think, what else is Cheryl and Jazz sweeping under the rug? Yeah, they need to be canceled. Pronto. Anybody that keeps on supporting these channels, I'm starting to look at you strange. Now, if you like this love affair and they're grown now, you're very true. But for me to let this sit and say, oh, I'm going to, they in love. No, they're not in love. I'm trying to figure out what grown man sits in prison for almost 5 years. And the woman that he goes back to was a 15-year-old child that he been messing with. It didn't stop him from not messing around with Jazz or Asia or giving up his lifestyle. What is going on in that little girl's mind that he can feel like he can manipulate when she's 26? Because I don't believe that's love. I believe it's a control. And she's okay with giving him that control. But that's what happens when you're dealing with somebody older than you at a certain time of your life. You feel like, hey, that's all I know. That's all I want. I just fear other children. Because if he doing this to her at 26, he might have another, it's about to be time for another upgrade. So, again, why are we wanting him on social media? I'm trying to figure that out. Why do we want Jazz on social media? She can't even protect Hannah as a grown woman. That's real talk. As a mother that have children and with a grandmother that have grandchildren, you should want to protect any girl from anybody that's not going to do them right. And that's including the baby daddy. That's including an image. If his image wasn't clean, let me go ahead and paint him up the way I need him to be painted. That's what Jasmine doing while she was on YouTube. And she's still doing it. Yes, I looked inside and I said, hi, how is this woman sitting here chastising? You're a big hypocrite, Mom Dukes. You are. Because the way that you talk to Asia is the way that you should have came on this camera and talked like Philip like a dog when you found out she was 15 years old. And they sitting there watching Hannah Montana over the phone. They going to see the Wiggles on ice. That's what you should have done. You should have done that as a grandmother, as a mother, as a woman, as a sister, as a you should have done that to him as well. But you didn't. You went out of your way to embarrass a woman that I don't know the circumstances. I don't know if she put her child in that situation or she just, it was just out of her hands at the time. But you got on here and you relived that whole situation. But you didn't talk bad about Philip. Are you okay with that? That's something you can sleep good at night, Mama Dukes. See, Jazz, I know something ain't right with you in your head. You let a grown man of 32 years old to come in your household with 4 of your babies. Now, I am totally different. I'm a child of, I like to have a good time. Hey, Pastor, how you doing, Dudu? But anyway, yes, but I don't have fun with my kids in the house. No man walks in my house and put his shoes under my bed. See, I can expect her to sweep certain things under the rug, but you, no, ma'am. I will expect you to come on here and blast him just like you did Asia, but you didn't because obviously there's something that I feel like everybody in the situation is gaining something. And y'all, if y'all support it, that's y'all. But I can't. I wish I could, I'm supporting the fact that they need to get off YouTube. And y'all sit here and say, oh, but that's their money. They make money. Go out and get a real job. That is a real job. I'm sorry. Grown men don't need to be walking around with the camera all day. Sorry. I said it. A grown woman that can barely afford basic food don't need to be walking around with the camera every day. She need to be doing something because it's not working out. The only time you buy groceries is on the 6th. You need a real job. Some of y'all need to go to therapy. Some of y'all need to go find Jesus. Some of y'all need to find yourselves in this triangle, square, rectangle situation y'all in. Hello, everybody. Um, I'm just reading y'all. I just got a Cheryl shed. You know what, Toy? When I read that, I just read your statement of Philip and Jazz. I remember that time they was sitting on the bed. They was laying on the bed. Now, Hannah, pay attention. She said she lost her virginity with him behind a dumpster. Y'all, that is funny because she was so proud about that. And I don't know the dumpster, maybe the car. I can see a car. Yeah, I can see a car. On my era, they wasn't letting, high schoolers get a room. They was. Okay. We was not that lucky. We wasn't that lucky. Okay. But be honest with you, I must say, this man deflowered a female behind a dumpster. And you want that to be your man. That tells me a lot. He didn't even have common courtesy to sneak in her house where she can be comfortable. That's crazy to me. Because if Mom Dukes was always working, or, somebody was always busy doing something, there's a way that you could sneak. But you decide to say she's not even worth a bed. It's so much more on YouTube to talk about. But it's sad. But yeah, those four needs to be canceled pronto. Okay, y'all. There shouldn't be no there shouldn't be no wiggle room. It shouldn't be a gap of, you know, that happened when we was young, or no, can still happen today. So ladies, y'all out there, please be careful with your kids. And I have a 14-year-old, and I don't play that. Okay. I was late picking. I can talk about this story. I was late picking up my child and at the bus stop. And again, her bus stop is not in like a neighborhood. It's like at a spot, like they meet like at the mall or something like that. Um so they meet at a certain location. They pick up a group of kids and they go home, or they go off to school. So it was about 2 weeks. I said, well, I'm gonna pick you up later and I'm gonna be on my way. And a grown man just started talking to her. And I was like, that's strange. And she basically was telling me, he was like, do you have a baby in there? What's your name? How old are you? He was just asking her those questions. And she felt very uncomfortable. She broke down and said, please don't let that happen again. Because there's a certain, I felt like she still had an innocence on her. And she's 14. She still have an innocence. So it doesn't matter if a child is 8, 2, 17. Some kids still have an innocence that some perverts should never be close to. And yes, I might be very hard on him. I might be hard on all of them. But hell, I don't want to see nobody else kids like this. Hannah is going to always be in the mind of a 15-year-old because that's where her innocence left. And that's what it is. I don't care what anybody says or feel. That's when her innocence left. So whatever she is putting up with, I'm sorry, I don't put up with. You don't even text me on time. I don't put up with you. All right, I let you go. Okay. Hey, why are you ignoring me? Psycho. He called me psycho. Like, darn. Why are you ignoring me? I let you go. If I'm not wanted. You can tell this man didn't want you, Hannah. He had how many kids on you? 6? Scary, ain't it? He didn't even want to wait for you. Even if they did anything or they didn't, he didn't even wait for you. That's sad. But y'all have a beautiful day. I have to go pick up my little people in a few minutes. So, mommy life, right? But y'all, that's all I have to say. Like I said, it was going to be really short because y'all, I really feel like that is need to be talked about. I see a lot of people praising the relationship and how he's changing. But at the end of the day, no, I still see a monster. So, y'all have a beautiful day. And thank y'all for the chat. Rochelle, Toy, Kevin, and somebody else. I'm sorry. Reed. Thank you so much for just coming in and chatting up with me. But I talk to y'all later, and I'm finished with this rant. Bye.